It's happening. There's a new tax proposal for crypto coming out from the Biden administration. There's significant changes here and things to pay attention to, especially when it comes to reporting your taxes. Will it be easier? Will you be able to save as much taxes as possible? These are all questions that we're going to be answering in today's video. If you enjoyed these updates, please hit like and hit subscribe. We put out videos every day like this one, so let's get into it. So the first thing that they've done is define what a crypto broker is. And of course, this includes centralized exchanges. It includes some, they say some, they have to give themselves some wiggle room, decentralized exchanges, some hosted wallet providers. Basically, anyone who facilitates the trading or buying or selling of cryptocurrencies. So obviously centralized exchanges, I think they have to give themselves some wiggle room for decentralized exchanges, because I think enforcing these rules on significantly decentralized exchanges is going to be quite difficult. And additionally, the biggest red flag and the biggest change that I think people should be paying attention to are Web3 wallets. Wallets that allow you to connect to DeFi and decentralized exchanges. I'm looking at you, MetaMask, Wallet Connect, Coinbase Wallet, all of those types. There's some privacy concerns here for sure. But basically what this new proposal is saying is that any crypto broker that falls under these categories is going to be required to collect and report trading transactional data of their users and send it to the IRS. So they're trying to make centralized exchanges behave exactly like brokers for traditional finance, for like stocks and bonds. For example, if you do trades on a stock brokerage, they'll send you a report of all your trades, and then that's what you use to report your taxes. So that could be definitely a relief for some people who want to be very transparent and they just want to report everything they can and pay all their taxes as they can, you know, all the power to you. This might make it very easy for you because it's going to be coming directly from your exchange. But will there be a lot of opportunity for you to save on taxes, you know, doing first in, first out, first in, last out, trying to negotiate, you know, how to pay less taxes, because let's face it, who wants to pay more taxes? Maybe there's a few of you there in the comments. I'm sure you're going to let me know. There is some good news here. They have decided to leave out miners from being one of the entities required to collect all of the data of anyone who uses the network that the miner mines for.
Have your kid do it.
I think they finally figured out that that was an impossible thing to enforce. And so I think that might be very similar to what's going to happen with decentralized exchanges and hopefully wallet providers as well. It's also important to note that this proposal is open for feedback until October 30th, and there will be a public hearing on November 7th and November 8th. So for those of you who are US citizens and you want to see what you're in store for, those are some important dates for you to pay attention to. Additionally, if this gets passed, it will take effect January 2025. So there's also some time there for these exchanges to become compliant, basically. Now here's a note about some privacy issues that I have with this proposal. Of course, I'm going to have to voice these to you, especially with things like MetaMask. Number one, much like in yesterday's video, how DYDX founder was saying, just cut out users, you know, for the next 5 to 10 years. MetaMask already geo-blocks people from Venezuela, Syria, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, to name a few. And if it becomes impossible for them to be regulatory compliant, they might have to cut out US users as well. So do you know how to use a VPN? I have one that I highly recommend. It's called Molvad. A link for it is down below in the video description. I highly recommend you use it. Even if you have nothing to hide, using a VPN is just an excellent way to bolster your security online and protect your privacy from anyone who might be trying to hack you. I'm not saying a VPN prevents hacks, but it's better than nothing. And Molvad is an excellent one. They don't even have an affiliate code. I've used them for years. I'm a big fan. You can pay in crypto. They don't don't want to know any of your personal information upon signing up. If you're still watching this and you're wondering, well, why? I don't have anything to hide. Why do I have to care about my financial privacy? I want to pay all my taxes. I want to report everything. Well, you got to look at people who were users of FTX and BlockFi. They went through the KYC on those platforms. They forked over their personal information. They went bankrupt. Now they're tied into these bankruptcy claims. And if they've made a claim, now the claims business, Kroll, has leaked their information because an employee in that company, their cell phone was impaired or breached, whatever, and all these hundreds of thousands of people's information is now floating around the internet. The hacker loves this type of information, and now these people have to be scared of being a target of a hacker for probably years to come. That is why preserving your financial privacy is so important, not because maybe you have something to hide, but because if that information were really free-flowing, you would become a target of hackers, and it's an invasion of your privacy, and you should always see it as such. I'm not trying to spell out a doomsday scenario for you all, but every time you go through KYC, every time you're voluntarily giving up your information, you have to take that into account and realize what you're putting at risk. That's my warning. If you guys enjoy these updates, might not be super good news today, but it's always something worthwhile to think about. I appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.